Hi everyone. I wanted to talk a little bit today about overwhelm, anxiety, stress. If you watched my last video, I talked about going from like agoraphobic to wide open expression. And I shared a little bit about my journey with that. And one thing that I shared was the overwhelm, the energetic overwhelm that you can feel. One, if you have been suppressing your feelings, your emotions, your expression for your life, that pot starts to bubble over, and that can be very energetically overwhelming. And then also, if you begin to open up like Pandora's box, that's very overwhelming. And not only is it a lot when you're releasing those emotions, but then as you keep opening and expanding, you become energetically sensitive to the whole outside world. And so I wanted to share some practical tools, tips, advice, experiences that I've had in overcoming that and becoming, where I feel mostly pretty cool going anywhere today. I'm still aware though sometimes of the mass consciousness energy just yelling, but it is not overwhelming anymore. And so you can dance with it. It really becomes a mastery dance. And this is one dance you want to master if you have a body, because it feels better to not be overwhelmed. And it can actually be kind of fun. It's empowering to, we'll say, be able to master the energies here. So let's take a deep breath together. That's the first thing. Step number one, any question, pretty much if you ask me any question, what is the answer? Step number one, take a deep breath. So let's say you are energetically sensitive, you feel stress, anxiety, your mind is, it can be like energetic and emotional, feeling all the energies, it can be having a lot of energies within you, emotions that people feel within them. It's very rare I feel any emotional energies inside my body anymore because I've released and cleared most of that out. But I'm aware of it out here in the world quite a lot. And especially with others, if you run across somebody who's having a really tough time, sometimes you can really feel that. So this pertains to all of that, okay? Even if you're feeling ungrounded at times, my example that I really like is overwhelm, because any of those can make you feel really overwhelmed, even depression. And I guess all these words are just words, that kind of all mean different things a little bit to different people, or we experience them all differently. So step number one, always start with a deep breath. Always, always, always. And then take another one. And then take one more, because that is just the solution for so much. When you breathe, you break energy with the outside world, you break energy with your own mind, you come into your body, you get oxygen. I'm not going to beat this horse because I've made other videos, and I think the first, second, third videos in the Clarity series cover some of this great breathing reminders, and I've got even more. And my Shavasana series is all getting you in your body, connecting with your essence, breathing, helping you to realign, reintegrate, with your light body, with your energy, clear it out, and restabilize and rock and roll. So breathe. We'll skip past that one, but that is number one. And then number two, feel your presence. Feel. Breathe and feel. This for me has been, step one and step two for everything. Take a breath, feel your presence, feel your essence. So you're not just breathing and then that's it. You're taking a moment and you're feeling. And you're feeling your energy, your body, your breath, your presence. That takes you right out of here. Okay. More videos on that that you can find on my site. So what do we do then? Now, I'm feeling overwhelmed or anxious or whatever, and I'm still feeling it. So let's start with, I want to address thoughts and feelings. So let's start with the thoughts. You take a deep breath, you feel your presence, and it's just zoom, 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 and it feels like you're getting bombarded. I have had that to the point where I can barely drive my car. Think, oh my God. What happens when those thoughts are flinging and flying, and it can feel almost like, like you're just gonna like shatter, right? So many thoughts flying around. And after your breath and feeling your presence, the first thing to do is to surrender. Okay? Just accept it. That is huge. Allow those thoughts to fling and fly, and don't make it a problem. There are going to be thoughts flinging and flying everywhere, always, as long as people are thinking. So, accept it and don't make it a problem. If you make a battle out of it, it will make a battle out of you. So if you fight these thoughts, they're going to come back and fight you. So you can sit back, take a breath, and relax. And don't take it serious. Have a chuckle. Holy crap, my mind's going crazy today. Okay? Bring some humor in. Humor, shockingly, will lighten it up and shift the energy probably faster than anything else I'm about to tell you. So, isn't that an interesting kind of paradox? Don't fight it. Just let it be, okay? Same with the energies and emotions. Now, for me, this used to be something because I would breathe and feel my presence, breathe, feel my presence, and the emotions just like heavy weights just sort of projecting at you. Oh, I'd feel it all over the mass consciousness, especially going into crowded areas. Yeah, big crowds. Roar, like you can just feel these energies coming from people and their bodies and the mass conscious, when it's really thick. So, number 1, deep breath. Number 2, feel your presence. Number 3, surrender. Alrighty then. Yeah, this is an energetic shitstorm. Great. Okay, so don't make any problems out of it. This is planet Earth. Welcome. So that whole feeling, the essence of that, if you can feel it, if you can really embody that, that'll shift everything so much. Now, I'm still feeling it. Okay, this kind of sucks. Been there many times. So what do? It's just a feeling. Now, as you do this, some of these feelings can be super, super, super intense. It like doesn't make any logical sense, right? If you can feel into this with me, like there's been times where there's certain emotions or feelings or fears that feel like they are going to just overtake you, crush you, like you just can't stand it, right? So I used to kind of have a little silly mantra with myself where I would just be, God, I just remember this driving so many times and just feeling these energies, and I'd just deep breath, feel my presence. Okay, it's still happening. And I'd say, it's just a feeling. It's not going to kill me. Even reminding your mind and your body, it's just a feeling. It's not going to kill me. Now, if you are somebody who has spent your lifetime avoiding your emotions, staying busy, suppressing your emotions, pretending to be okay when you're not okay, and all that stuff starts coming up, it can feel like it's going to kill you and swallow you whole. But just remind yourself it's not. And be brave and feel it. That is the key. Be willing to feel it all. You got to go through it. You can't go around it. You can't avoid it. You can't run from it. And it's so funny because if there are any feelings or emotions or thoughts that you've been running from and avoiding that you don't want to look at, the moment that you turn around and you look it right in the eye and you say, all right, I'm done playing this game. Bring it on. Show me what you got. I'm willing to feel it all. That moment is pure empowerment. Okay, it's awesome. It might feel crushing and hard, but there's part of you that's like, yes, I am finally done running from this. So that is a huge key. Be in neutrality, surrender, accept it, and feel it, and don't fight it. Have a laugh with it, okay? So that's sort of you could call it the mental, emotional approach, the energetic approach. Now, some other things are your body. So, It's important to be grounded in your body. Going back to the beginning, deep breath, feel your presence. The more you're breathing, feeling. In my last video, I talked about this. You're opening, you're expanding outward. You're going to feel more. You're going to start feeling a lot more. And being grounded in your body is very important. It's staying grounded in your body. The irony here, I'll call it kind of the bummer, is the more you feel and breathe and open, the more stuff you're going to feel. So it's kind of unfortunate and you will feel more and more. But the beauty of it, the very fortunate part, is that this is an opportunity for you to become unaffectable. So you get to master dancing with energy. So really to be here in a body wide open, energetically, we learn to master this dance and to dance with the energies. And really, eventually, it's almost like a lot of them, they just go right through you. You no longer identify with them. So, being in your body. That's important for two reasons. Before I go into ways to do that, I should mention, if you are releasing, you have embodied lots of emotions, okay? So your body needs to get that gunk out. In order for your body to release energy, you're going to have to move it, unless you just breathe, or breathe a lot. And breathing does move energy. So you can breathe a lot, but you're going to probably need to do some big, deep breathing. That's why exercise is so awesome. So, I used to exercise pretty hardcore. Now, not so much. I don't like anything harsh or rough on my body. It's all smooth, easy, kind of gentle. Yoga's got the breath, the movement. It keeps you from thinking. It keeps you in your presence, your breath. So it kind of combines all of this stuff together. But nature is huge. The energies there help you to clear out. They help you to disengage, help you to be present, all that. So your body, you want to stay in your body, and you want to let your body release old energy. And there's a third component to this. I guess I'll just go right into that. I would say the way that we are the most imperturbable, the most unaffectable to energies around us is when we are in full expression. So let me rephrase that. When you are expressing, when you are letting your energy flow, you're letting your light shine. So people call it radiating, shining your light, expressing, creating. You are, whether you're just singing and dancing, humming a song, I was talking to a friend how I'm always doing that when I'm in the grocery store. It keeps me in my energy. I'm expressing. I'm not feeling anybody else's energy around me. Whether you're painting, you're doing a teleconference, you're writing a book, you are talking to a friend, you're making a video, you're doing yoga, you're laughing, even when you're watching a funny movie, one of my favorite things, and you're laughing, you're expressing, your energy's moving, and there's a radiance. You don't have the you don't have it all clamped down, right? Because there's times where we're not expressive. When you're out in nature and you're skipping and singing, talking to the butterflies or the trees, or looking at the sun, you're also very open and radiant then too. But when you are expressing, your energy is just amplifying. It's like your energy field opens up, the energy flows through you, and any density or whatever you want to call these other energies around, anything you would feel that is not you, you're just not going to feel it, because you're shining so brightly that before it even hits you, it's like it's been basically purified, because you're bringing through this clear, pure, beautiful expression, and you aren't even aware of it. So it's a wonderful way to stay clear, and it's expansive, and so it feels good in other ways too. So all this involves more doing, right? So the breathing and feeling your presence is like the being part, which is very important. But the doing part is equally important especially if you're feeling that you've got energy that wants to move. I have an old video, it's just out there, not in a playlist, on move energy to feel better, I think. And I got some people that reached out about that it helped them, because you definitely want to get that energy moving if you're dealing with stress, anxiety, or overwhelm. Get it moving. Move it out. Keep expanding, keep expressing. And I myself have had a tendency to be quite lazy, especially, the last many years. I don't have a lot of worries or fears about the future. It just doesn't really exist to me. It's like whatever. And so I've had to consciously keep stepping, keep creating, and keep moving, to keep my energy moving. So otherwise I just feel icky. I feel kind of heavy, dense, stuck. And then it's kind of like the energy sort of settles, and it's hard for me to get it going again. It's like pull starting, come on. But once you get her going, it's a lot better. So things we can do for the expression, being in your body and moving that energy out. Well, any kind of physical activity. But if you don't have that, laughing, talking, connecting, again, anything that keeps you out of the mind and into the physical. So just if there's anything that relates to you that you do that is not mental, okay? So it's good, if you're working, you're typing away and you're not, but anything, the best things are going to be things that involve no thinking whatsoever. So for example, I play tennis with my daughter sometimes. You can't think while that ball's flying at you, okay? Things that, maybe it's at home with the Wii, you play that. Or some people, again, it's I'm not an artist, but I have friends that are musicians, okay? That takes a lot of body coordination, painting, stuff like that, anything creative. And being grounded in your body, you can definitely do that with your breath and your presence as well. Coming into your heart, keeping your awareness, and I'm sure I've shared this in other videos, but a lot of times when I would go out and about, I used to always bring my awareness down here. It's almost like bringing my eyes, my awareness through my heart. So I would stay in my body and not get sucked into those thoughts flinging around. So that helps keep you out, staying in your body, your breath. Okay. Covered that all before, but stay in your breath and your body as well. Those are some tips. So stress, overwhelm, anxiety, thoughts, emotions. Well, some common sense stuff, but it's worth sharing here is going back to feeling it and accepting it. If you're feeling emotions swell up within you, please, for the love of God, don't bottle them up. Go in your room. When I started this whole transformation into, oh my God, I've been stuffing my emotions my whole life. I had years worth of crying to do. Go in your bedroom. I used to tell my kids, it's meditation time. I had that every day. Sometimes I just go in there and cry. Whatever. You got to get it out. It's not helping your physical well-being. So if there's anything bubbling up, let it out. If you need to go in your car and drive for a while and turn up the radio and sing really loudly, or if you're like me, I just do that in my bathroom. I shut the doors and my neighbors probably hate me. But, if I perfected, God, this is getting personal now, a little embarrassing, but at my old house, my old apartment, there was so much pent up anger, aggression, anxiety, irritation, and God knows what. You don't even need to know why, but you want to get this out. I mean, it's best not to think while you're releasing. If you're crying, don't think about why you're crying. Just let it go. If you're feeling angry, you might want to try I should trademark this silent scream. But it's just, you don't have to make any noise to express things out of your body. There's so much you can do, but if you have emotions that are bubbling up, please don't hold them in, because they will find a way out, and you might turn into the volcanic eruption from hell. And so I've had that happen a few times. When my cat was sick at my old house, I was releasing so much old energy from my body, and then my cat passed away, and he was my best friend, my best furry friend in this whole life, my total buddy, and he was a cat dog. And I smashed his litter box. I was conscious while I was doing it, but I decided it was, at least I got it out of my body, and when I felt the urge come on, I just let it happen, because it was just a plastic litter box. But I'm not encouraging you to smash anything, but I used to tell my kids, go grab a pillow and just, you know, take it out on your pillow and your mattress. Get it out of your body though, okay? If you feel something rise up, excuse yourself, go in the bathroom, go to your bedroom. If you have to walk out of a meeting, oh, look, I got a phone call. Just make sure you do what you need to do to get that energy out of your body. So that's kind of energy 101 on not suppressing it and not battling it, and don't think about it. Going back to that, when energy wants to move, this is a key thing I mentioned in one of my other videos, but I have to put this in here. Don't identify with any of it. Oh my God. That's how you re-engage with it. You reattach to it energetically and bring it into your energy field. Let it leave. It's like this. When there's, we'll just call it a thought about something. This goes back to one of my earlier videos, but be the awareness, be the watcher, be the presence, let it move. Allow it, accept it, don't engage with it. Say you go into a public place and you're having all these weird thoughts. Don't engage with them. Always, always, always be the watcher of the thoughts and the emotions. And even if you think you identified with them at one point in time, another nice little fun mantra, it is what it is, and it's not about me. It's not mine. Not mine, not mine, unless it's something you really want to identify with or bring into your field of reality, into your realm. Not mine, not mine, not mine. And it's not denial. You're just saying, I'm not choosing this. Maybe, you chose that thought, that emotion, that story your whole life. And now today you go, you know what? I don't have to choose this anymore. This is no longer mine. This is how we are continuously rewriting our reality. You get to choose which thoughts and emotions you identify with. That is also a very important key that cannot be overlooked. So the last one I do want to mention is, now if you relate to anything about really severe struggles with emotions or stress or whatever, here's one that I do want to share. When I felt overwhelmed, this went on for years, literally years of almost like paralyzing overwhelm. And what I finally did, going back to facing it, looking it right in the eye, was I finally said, you know what, this just I'm just had enough of this. And so I spent a good amount of time, I would lay down and say, all right, let's just feel it. Bring me the overwhelm. Just bring it on. I'd welcome it. I would welcome the very thing that was, felt like my nemesis. Your nemesis is always like your best friend. In the end, you always find out everything that seemed to be a nemesis for you had a huge gift in it. Always. There's always a gift. Especially like the really biggies. So you welcome that energy. This takes a lot of bravery and courage, and you say, go ahead, I want to feel it all. Let me feel it all. And you just welcome it and you breathe through it. And you just keep breathing and relaxing and surrendering and let it consume you. Let it do its trick. Give me your best shot. I used to say, go ahead, give me your best shot. That's it. I surrender. You win. Take me over. Funny enough, I'm still here. So I did that a lot of times. And I would feel that overwhelm dissolve bit by bit, day by day, moment by moment. And I don't feel that anymore when I wake up. I never, ever, ever, ever thought that it would really go away. Now I feel little moments of like, woo, but nothing even remotely close to the paralyzing overwhelm. So just know that it will dissolve. It is dissolving. It is actually leaving. When you're feeling all these emotions, if they're from you, they're coming up to leave. And when they're out there, they're leaving from the planet. You're aware of that. And they're leaving from other people. Right now, there's a huge planetary change going on, obviously. I think most of you know that, but everything is being purged. And it's intense, but it's awesome because it's getting lighter and lighter and lighter. So I've already kind of gone through that in my own body, so that I could go through that process myself. And it gets lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter, and you feel better and better and better. Now, there's those intense moments, but just know if you're having a super, super, super intense time, you're about to break through. You're about to go through into a new octave of lightness and enjoyment. So, stress, overwhelm, anxiety. What I will say, if anybody's listening to this and you find yourself in a situation where you're very overwhelmed, be kind to yourself. Do what you need to do. I find a lot of people say, well, but I'm too busy or this or that. There's nothing more important than how you feel in this moment. So if you don't feel okay in this moment, in my book, that used to be my thing every day, how do I feel right now? And if I don't feel good right now, I would stop, drop, and roll and address it. So just remember, all this stuff in the world that's going on, you don't have to do 95% of what you're doing. I guarantee it, okay? I went from super, super busy person with a big house on acres to quitting my job, selling my house, getting rid of all my stuff to the point where it all fit in my car. And then I traveled, I lived with family, I stayed with friends, I downsized. I made my life so simple that I had 90% of my time to just breathe, feel my presence, go for walks, go be in nature, do what I want to do. So make sure you prioritize your health, your well-being, your, you have to really scrutinize spending time doing this, that, or the other thing. I had periods where I slept for 12 to 16 hours a day. And it was like, I would try to do stuff and just, I slept, It's like temporarily taking a step back so that you can have a long, enjoyable life, okay? And there are times that I felt like my life was freaking over. Probably hundreds and hundreds of times I thought, am I ever gonna be alive again? So if you're going through that, or anything even similar, just take the time, step back. Sometimes you have to really step back. And again, I would just spend hours just breathing and feeling my presence, watching videos like this. And just, if you need to do that, don't beat yourself up. Say, yay, I'm doing this for me. Take that time for you. There's no reason to stress yourself out, to create stress, create overwhelm, create anxiety. What do you really have to do? So what if your house is dirty? My house, I have a little OCD sometimes. My house turned into a complete trash zone, and it was great. I learned to be okay with things being messy. And, so really challenge yourself. Be honest with yourself. If you feel stressed out or overwhelmed, look at what you're doing, where you're spending your time, see what you can cut out of there. I guarantee most of it you don't need to be doing. I went from cooking all my meals to buying stuff that was pre-done. Whoop-de-doo. That nutrition is not nearly important as what I needed. I needed to get my presence, my breath. I needed to let those energies move. So just be very honest and realistic with what you're doing with your time. And make sure that you're taking that time for you. If you're distracting yourself, if you're caught up in the news, my God, if you're caught up in good, bad, right, wrong, COVID, non-COVID, mask, okay, right there you're plugging into all those thoughts and energies that I've been talking about the whole time. Take a breath, disengage, focus on you. You don't need to, drag down your whole self to, that doesn't actually help what's going on in the world by getting energetically scattered. So, if you need to sleep, sleep. sometimes we need to express and go and do, and other times you just need to pull back and breathe and be with yourself. So there's a discernment and a wisdom. I taught some people in my yoga classes some techniques such as, I don't think I have a rock right here, but if you have certain things, physical things to keep you out of your mind, you know, I used to sometimes carry this, I had a certain stone and I would just hold it, and kind of like a worry stone. If you've seen the kids with the fidget spinners, you know, it's kind of like that. Something that you can touch and stay focused on, you know, physically. Maybe it's a ring. I'll put my ring on. Something you can rub your hands together. You know, if you're in a place, sometimes it's swaying, staying in your body, listening to music, just staying grounded in your body can be very helpful. All right, I guess that's it. I hope some of these tips help you. Whether you're releasing a lot, you're very sensitive in the world, just know that wherever you're at, it's all something that you can completely learn from. It's a beautiful learning experience. It's very empowering to start to really understand and become immune to the energies that are in the world, because then, you know, you're free. So all right, let's take a nice deep breath together. Draw your breath all the way into your belly. Fill up your lungs. And then we're going to exhale through the mouth. Just feel your belly drop down. Speaking of being grounded into your body, you're bringing your essence, your presence, all of your light, all of you back into this body. We're not really trying to ground into the earth or pull the earth energy into us. We're bringing all of us here and radiating through the planet, and we work with the planet together. But so you want to ground into your body. So feel your hips, feel your feet, feel your legs. Let's draw a nice deep breath all the way down deep. Feel your lungs, and then slowly exhale. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw release. Let that forehead smooth out. Soft, soft head. Step 1, deep breath. Step 2, feel your presence. Now we're already out of the mind. Step 3, surrender. Have a little humor. Don't take it too serious. Stay in your body. More breathing. And just let those energies dissolve. If you have any questions, let me know. My Shavasanas are designed to get you in your body. I should I'll post something one of these days with the list of all the different recordings that are available. And if you want to connect further, I do private sessions, and check out my website. And I have a group coming up, Everyday Creators, where we're gonna just connect and share and talk about all this stuff, in kind of more of a little community format, I guess you could say, where I will be providing videos in that group specifically. But it's really about getting us, giving us all the opportunity to come together, open up, share, express, expand, further integrate all the stuff, all the great stuff we've already done, and then keep expanding from there. So thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.